My hair like just creeps up my neck. If you don't know about the different types of cryptocurrencies, then how can you remain diversified? We're all in this for profits. Let's make some money. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. If you're new, please give me a like or a subscribe. You don't have to do it right now, but if at any time in the video you go, I didn't know that, I'd appreciate a like or a comment, whatever you want to do. And, help a single mother out. I'm new on here and just looking to get as many subscribers as I can, because I'm out here trying to spread the word on crypto and blockchain and what is happening, because I don't want anybody getting left behind. So if you learn anything from this video, feel free to share it with somebody, let them gain some knowledge in an area that they may not fully understand. Hell, I don't fully understand everything yet either, but it's a learning curve. This is all new to everybody. I'm irresponsibly diversified. As Raoul Paul would say, he's irresponsibly long on Bitcoin, but being long on Bitcoin is not irresponsible, because that's where you make the most gains. But I am genuinely irresponsible with diversity in my portfolio. But, I got a lot of things I believe in. So today we're going to just talk about the different types of crypto available. So first there was Bitcoin, and then everything else. So everything else became known as an altcoin because it's an alternative to Bitcoin. But now they've come up with so many different use cases that it's really just all digital assets. So we're going to jump into digital assets in what forms and how they can be used, how this really works. Now, you want to do your research on anything before jumping in, but knowing the different types will help you to diversify and choose what it is you're most interested in investing in. Let's talk about it. So the first kind of coin is going to be your store of value. That is Bitcoin. Pretty much just Bitcoin. Bitcoin is to crypto what gold is to fiat currency. Fiat currency being cash of any kind, of euro, peso, dollar, whatever. But nothing has performed better than Bitcoin since it was created. Not real estate, not stocks, not gold, nothing. If you're wondering why to invest, I feel like just that should tell you something about where this is going. That's a pretty good sign. If something is created and nothing performs better than it for 10 years, what's the risk? I understand there's risks. I'm just kidding. I'm not a financial advisor. I forgot I haven't said that yet. This is not financial advice. This is financial opinion. But moving on. When you're using a store of value coin, it's more than likely to go up in value because it's scarce and decentralized, which means not any one person owns the bulk of it. Second most basic will be exchange tokens. Exchange tokens are from the exchanges that own them. Let's say Binance, for instance. Binance is an exchange where you can buy and sell and trade crypto, and they have the BNB coin, the Binance coin. Now, this coin is going to go up depending on the use of the platform and what it's doing. So this is a mix between like buying some stock in this company and getting like a customer rewards card. Because if you have BNB tokens, you will more than likely get, discounts on trading fees and access to new coin launches. So you get perks when you have these coins, depending on the platform. But so Binance has the BNB token, Voyager has their token, Crypto.com has the CRO token, there's Uniswap, FTX, all of these things. When you buy these tokens, you're buying because you believe in the platform and that it's going to do good things. And a lot of platforms are growing and they're starting to add new things to, the list of things that they do. Now, some exchanges like Voyager, for instance, just did really well because of all the Wall Street bets, Doge pump hype, and everybody was looking for a place to buy crypto. They were either getting off of Robinhood or adding a second exchange to their portfolio. And Voyager had placed itself in an area to get a lot of customers. So I believe their price went from 15 cents in January to almost $7 in February. In 1 month, it went from 15 cents to $7. And of course, it peaked and dropped back down. But holy, that's a big return. Don't get me wrong, not all exchanges are going to do this. This just happened because of timing and necessity for exchanges at the time. A lot of exchanges saw a good increase. Now, things like crypto.com, they have way too many tokens. So their market cap is going to have to be way higher for their token to do well. I feel like I should just explain for a minute about market cap and supply and how that determines the price. Market cap is the total amount of money in any crypto. If Bitcoin is at a $1 trillion market cap, that means that's all the money put into Bitcoin. Then supply is how many coins are available. Not necessarily how many are circulating right now. How many are they going to make? Because companies will say we'll have 10 billion available, but only 4 billion are circulating right now because they're continuing to be made. Well, Bitcoin is so expensive because it was first off, and also there's only 21 million tokens. And they're not even all available yet. The supply and demand on that is going to help drive the price higher. So when you're looking at a coin and it has a quadrillion tokens, just know it's going to take a lot of money to get that price to inchworm its way up the charts. I mean, just take these things into consideration. So next we have your platform tokens or your base protocol. So for example, like Ethereum. Ethereum built out a blockchain network that you can come now build on top of, and you are able to use their platform for security and networking and all of that. So all of the coins built on Ethereum, there are a lot of them, are all considered ERC20 tokens. That just means they're made on the Ethereum network. But Ethereum gas fees, which are the fees that you have to use to move things around or buy things and sell things on that network, are expensive. Which is where coins like Cardano and Matic or Polygon, are trying to come in and, relieve that. And they're going to start trying to steal customers. Now, I don't understand how it works. That's above my pay grade when something like Polkadot is on Ethereum, but then they're building their own. I'm sorry, I'm running off on a tangent. That's all that can be for another video. Back to what I was talking about. So your platform or base protocol. So these are going to be Ethereum, Polkadot, Algorand, Cardano, what's another one? I can't think of another one right now, but that's enough. So those are the ones that are allowing people to build on top of them. And then a lot of them will have their own type, their own things branched off. For instance, Polkadot has launched, they have Polka Starter, which is like a GoFundMe, but decentralized on blockchain. They also have a Polka Insure, which is insurance for smart contracts and things like that. And then they have Kusama, which I personally hold. So Kusama is their testnet. And what that means is if I want to place a dApp, a decentralized application, on Polkadot's network, they're going to run it through Kusama first to see if there's any bugs or there's any reason that it wouldn't work. They're just going to check it out. That's what they built Kusama for. Kusama only has 10 million coins. The price is going to go up the more it needs to be used, and Polkadot just launched their parachain slot options, which means people are trying to get on to the blockchain. So that's the difference between the actual base protocol and then one of their coins. So you can invest just in Polkadot and think, okay, they're going to do good things. They're going to continue to build out a network that people can build on top of, and that's going to make them bigger and worth more money. So that's what you invest in. Or they could come off with these side tokens and you could invest in those also. So you're either investing at like the main stage of the blockchain, or you're, one of their tokens that could do good. Now, a lot of coins are interoperable, so you will find them on this blockchain or they can be used on that blockchain, and that's great. You want something with interoperability. Now, usually I think it's pretty safe to invest in a base layer protocol because now so many dApps are reliant on it doing well that it's going to continue to grow as long as it's handled correctly. As long as somebody that knows what they're doing is behind the wheel. But those are one of my safer bets, I feel like. Betting on one of those. Financial opinion. So next is DeFi, which is decentralized finance, which is pretty much like driverless banks. You don't need anybody because it's smart contracts that are all executed because certain perimeters are met and there's nobody in the middle that needs to be there. Now, DeFi in general, I think is going to do very well. Now, you need to do your research to see which ones you're going to get in on, but in essence, DeFi is needed, and that is what is going to disrupt the central banks. So now, of course, they're trying to partner with them, and they need to keep that middleman status because they need you to need them so that they can make money. But with DeFi, you can lend out your money, and then you make interest on it through the loans that you're lending. But done on DeFi through smart contracts, 9 times out of 10, probably 10 out of 10, they're collateralized. So if I want to borrow $5,000 from you, but we don't know each other because we're both doing it on Aave, and so I want to borrow this much money, I need to put up collateral in more than that amount so that no matter what, you get paid. So people are doing that to make money with their money without really having to invest in a company per se, or, a specific blockchain, because you can just make money by lending your money. KuCoin is doing that also. You can lend your money on KuCoin. If I had $10,000, I can just put it on KuCoin and say, yes, auto renew the contracts and lend it out. Every time it's paid back, lend it out again. And I can set my interest rate, what I want them to pay. And when the market is doing really well, you can get upwards of like 80% back, yearly, but still. The S&P 500 averaged 10% a year forever. So 80% on a good market year is amazing. But it's not always like that. Don't get me wrong. You can't always make 80% on your money. But you can make like 20 easy. So DeFi is allowing that to happen. And when it happens like this, and now I don't need to go to the bank to get a loan, I can get it through DeFi. And there's nobody involved that's taking a middleman cut or causing extra problems that could slow up the process. So for DeFi, you're going to have Uniswap, Aave, Compound, I believe Synthetics. These are all DeFi protocols, coins, platforms. So here we go. Decentralized trading protocol. Guaranteed liquidity for millions of users and hundreds of Ethereum applications. This is on Uniswap. So their all-time volume was 278 billion. Liquidity provider, 72 grand, and then they've done 50 million in all-time trades. A growing protocol ecosystem. The Uniswap protocol empowers developers, liquidity providers, and traders to participate in financial marketplace that is open and accessible to all. So over 200 plus DeFi integrations. A suite of tools for a tokenized world. We build state-of-the-art open source apps to access the Uniswap protocol and contribute to the world of decentralized finance. So if you invest in just Uniswap, this is what you're investing in, what they're doing here. And I've made a video already on what to look for when you're buying a coin. That now a lot of people are jumping into DeFi, and it's a lot of competition right now. So you want to do your research. Just do your research. That's all I'm saying. Even if I'm part of the research, just continue to do more. Yearn Finance is one of the DeFi tokens. It's people have compared it to Bitcoin. It's the DeFi Bitcoin. I don't know how true that is. It's just what I've heard. But I've seen people talk about how it's, outperforming Bitcoin. And it is not. It is more expensive than Bitcoin right now. But there are only 36,000 Yearn tokens compared to 21 million. So the market cap can be way lower. A lot less money has to get put into that for the coins to be worth a lot more money. But it still is an option for DeFi, for investing. You don't have to buy a whole one, because things are tokenized. So that's the DeFi realm of things. And you'll see when you're doing research that sometimes coins fall into more than one of these categories. And I almost feel like those are the best coins if they can do a lot of things instead of just one. But at the same time, a coin that can only do one thing but it does it really well is also good. So either way. So next we're going to go into NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. This is where they're tokenizing things like art and music. And everything is going to end up getting tokenized. Real estate, stocks, when they bring stocks into it. If you like collectibles, they're going to have NFTs that are first edition picture of Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? They're going to have the rare Pokemon cards. They're going to have things that you would be interested in, and you can buy them like a piece of digital art, and now that is your asset. Now that asset's price is based on who wants, who wants to spend how much on it. That's just like art. I could sell this art behind me and someone could go, oh, I'll give you $20. And someone could say, I'll give you $400. That's how NFTs work in the art realm of things. But NFTs are also going into the music category where, as an artist, you can now own the rights to your music and sell it via NFTs through things like Audius, which I've mentioned a couple times before. So one of the big NFT platforms is Ecomi. Ecomi came along. The Ecomi token is still very cheap, I do believe, but they have rights to like Batman and Adventure Time. Is it Adventure Time or Adventureland? I don't watch it, so I'm not sure, but you know what I'm saying. Harley Quinn, they have things like that, so you'll be able to get collectibles in that matter. But then there's things like Chiliz. Chiliz, let's open it up here. Chiliz is the world's leading blockchain fintech provider for sports and entertainment. You'll see down here they have a bunch of official partners, and a lot of them are like European football, soccer teams. So how this works is you can buy Chiliz, the token. So you're hoping that they get to sign a lot more people and sell a lot more NFTs, and the network effect will kick in on this one and you'll make a lot of money back. So you can get that token, which would be the base token, the Chiliz token. Or right here, Chiliz developed the Socio.com sports and engagement platform, which is built on the Chiliz blockchain infrastructure and uses Chiliz as an exclusive on-platform currency. So Socios is a sports fan engagement platform, and you can invest in that. And then you invest in that, and that's like investing in equity. But then you can get team tokens. So imagine your favorite NFL team, and you can buy a piece of it. Just a piece, but that piece makes you have a little bit of equity in the team with it, but you also get perks like cheaper tickets. And if your team wins the Super Bowl, your token is now worth more money. It's a community token. You'll get say and governance over things like sponsorships for the team, what uniforms they wear, who gets to start at the next game. Things like that you'll get to vote on. And that's how they're trying to bring the community and the associations or the teams or whatever together in a way that wasn't available before. So you can do that now through Chiliz and I'm sure some other platforms, and that's leading into the NFT space. The NFT space is a huge realm of possibilities. I'm not sure if like when they tokenize real estate, will that be considered an NFT? I don't know. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But Theta is also offering NFTs. Theta is one of the few tokens that falls into a lot of categories. They just released that they're doing smart contracts now, and they just signed a big deal with Creative Artist Agency. CAA just became a validator for Theta, which means they had to buy a lot of tokens, and now they are part of the validation team, them along with Samsung and Sony and some other ones. Theta has really big game players, but CAA is a talent agency. Right here, I have the list of Creative Artist Agency clients. They got J.J. Abrams, Jennifer Aniston, Alec Baldwin, Anna Kendrick. I mean, just look at this list. They got a lot of people. Then there's music. They got Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Harry Connick Jr. I mean, sports, they got Cristiano Ronaldo. Only the biggest guy ever. So that's a big deal for Theta. Sorry, just had to throw that in there because this is new news and it's exciting things for Theta. But Theta falls under a lot of different categories. They're doing NFTs. They're doing smart contracts now. They have live video streaming. What else do they do? They just do lots of things. But moving on. So then you have your privacy coins. And blockchain is pretty private in the sense that it's all wallet addresses. But if somebody wanted to trace it back and had the capabilities to do so, it can be traced. So there are privacy coins like Monero. Monero is just one of them. But I'll show you this real quick just so you kind of understand about privacy coins. And then we can wrap that one up.
To most people, financial privacy is very important. But banks, big corporations, and even governments are having their records compromised. The undeniable conclusion is there's no safe place to conduct private transactions. Well, there wasn't one. Until now. Meet Monero. Monero is a secure, private, untraceable currency. With Monero, you are your own bank. Only you control and are responsible for your funds. Monero is private. This means businesses can keep their suppliers in secret, as well as citizens escape government repressions and nosy neighbors or crooks. Monero can also be selectively transparent, and you can choose who you want to see the transactions. Monero is dynamically scalable, which makes it very different from a Bitcoin. Also, the block reward will never drop below 0.3 XMR, and the nominal inflation will stay at 0.3 XMR per minute. Monero is decentralized. It has an active development community with more than 30 contributors. Take back control over your finances and start using Monero today.
Boom, there you go. So that's privacy coins in a nutshell, but that's Monero specifically. So then we have asset-backed tokens, which will partially be your stable coins, USDT and Tether, things like that. And then there is like Pax Gold, where you're buying gold-backed crypto. Kind of like how, our money used to be back in the day. So these asset-backed tokens aren't going to give you, stable coin wise, isn't going to give you any kind of return. This is where you put your money when, let's say, you have 1,000 Theta and the price goes up to $14 and you want to hurry up and pull some profits. You can pull it into USDT or USDC, which is dollar based, and that's going to hold it now there without being part of the dip that might happen after it peaks, which happens with a lot of cryptos. So then you pull out at the top and you put it in USDC, and when the price drops again, you buy in more. So that's how you can accumulate more coins if you do it that way. But so that's what stable coins are pretty much used for. Or you know what I mean? You have to buy them sometimes. Some coins are only tradable with those coins. Let's say on KuCoin, I can only get Theta with Tether. I can't trade it for Bitcoin or anything else. So stable coins run that route, but then there's ones like the gold that should go up with the price of gold. But in comparison to how Bitcoin is done and gold, not saying that gold is bad to hold. It probably is good to have. But I'm just saying, these aren't going to give you the biggest returns because gold isn't a new technology. That's not something that you're investing in for the future. That's just kind of a store of value. Then we have Oracle tokens, which the biggest one is Chainlink. And what these do is bring outside information into smart contracts. Let's say, for instance, I'm completely making this up and I don't know if this is how exactly it would work, but it gives you a good example. Let's say I needed a social media marketer and I needed someone to grow my Instagram page, which is Crypto with Corey, by the way. You should follow me. I post a lot of new news. That's all it is news updates. Anyways, shameless plug. So let's say I needed a social media marketer. And in this smart contract that I composed with them, it says that if they get me to 50,000 followers, they get $100 in whatever said crypto. There's going to be somewhere in the smart contract that the smart contract needs to be able to see how many followers I have. So it knows when I hit that number that this person can now get paid. Well, bringing that outside information in is the Oracle blockchain. They bring outside information into these smart contracts. And Chainlink is the biggest one for that. Chainlink does a lot of other things also, but that's the biggest thing that they do, is being able to offer these Oracle services. Oracles in general are needed, and the more smart contracts that become, used, the more they're going to need an Oracle to bring in the data. So I don't know for sure that Chainlink is going to be the winner at the end of it all, but they're doing very well. I got them last year at like $3 and they're almost 30 now. 20 something. I don't even know what the price is today, but it's doing very well and it's needed. Something that is needed. That is going to be needed in all of the smart contracts pretty much. So you want to look into those. Oracle tokens are going to be important in my opinion, not advice. But Chainlink is the biggest one of them all. There's a couple more. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. I just know Chainlink is the biggest and the most widely used so far. So then we come across two storage coins like Filecoin or BitTorrent. This is where they're trying to make, in essence, they're trying to make the cloud decentralized. So I can now store content, and instead of it being stored on one place, if Google Cloud, iCloud, went down for some reason, and I couldn't access anything. It's centralized. There's one hub. There's one, I mean, Google may have more than one hub, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's Google. That is it. These file coins, when I put up information that I need stored, it gets stored across multiple servers. So then it could even be stored at servers that are closer to me so that it's more easy to access this information. And these storage is going to be important. Everything is data now. And so for them to store all of everybody's data, but have it decentralized in a way that no one person is able to look at all of it and, you know, watch everything that you're doing all of the time, that's kind of nice to have too. So Filecoin and BitTorrent are some of those, just for example. Then we have metaverse, gaming type tokens. Here we go. For instance, we have Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity is a Pokemon-inspired universe game. And in this game... Whoa, I'm just scrolling on my mouse and all this is happening. I don't know what exactly I'm looking at. Become a land baron and start your own kingdom. Use land to farm rare resources, tokens, and attack dungeons. Interesting. Ooh, they're partners. Aave, Ubisoft, Binance, Samsung, Upbit, Delphi Digital, and Kyber Network. Oh, and Maker. So, yeah, this is pretty impressive. I haven't really looked at their full website. But so what they're doing, Axie Infinity is a Pokemon-inspired universe where anyone can earn tokens through skilled gameplay and contributions to the ecosystem. Players can battle, collect, raise, and build a land-based kingdom for their pets. So what happens here is you play in this game, and all of your in-game rewards or things like that are paid out in crypto. And how these gaming and NFT things will kind of come together is, let's say you're playing a game, and in that game they have skins or swords or weapons or whatever it is that you normally have to buy in the game, or you have to, you know what I mean, pass a couple levels to get it. It's hard to get, but once you get it, it's yours. Well, it's yours in the game, but outside the game, it doesn't matter that you have this sword or this gun or whatever it is. With NFTs now, let's say I finish this game and I'm not going to play it anymore, I can take that skin or sword or pick your product and I can sell it to somebody else and they can use it on their game. Or if they are interoperable, I can now take this weapon of any kind to another game with me because it's an NFT. Now it's a digital asset that I can move with me across the universe of games, in a sense. So that's where that's going to come together. And then there's ones like Decentraland. Create, explore, and trade in the first ever virtual world owned by its users. So I believe in this game you can buy land. You can build on it. You can set up your whole, and then if somebody comes along and you want to sell your land later, you make actual money. It's, you know, all these games that people play now and they have all these balances at the top of all, I got $1 million in this game, but it's not worth anything. Now, with the way that the metaverse gaming is working, it will be worth real money. So Decentraland is another token that you could buy that is just based on this game and its ecosystem and what it plans on doing with it. So if gaming is something that you're interested in, this might be one to look at. Same as, the last token I mentioned, Axie Infinity. Hey, Nana! Bring me a bottle of water, please. Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So last but probably least are meme coins. And meme coins tend to be the place that most people disregard the supply and market cap and think everything is going to the moon. These coins are normally made really just to only make the inventor of it or creator rich. That's there's really no use case in them. And when you look at the long-term play for the coin and what they're really doing, it's a lot of nothing normally. Meme coins to me aren't worth the risk to get the reward. Yes, some people made a lot of money on them. I know some people that made a lot of money on some meme coins. I am not good at gambling. I've said this before. So I don't play with them. But they have their own category. It is their own category. So when putting your portfolio together, I just want you to look across all of these possibilities. And don't maybe be irresponsibly overly diversified like I am. I know I am. I just have a lot of faith in a lot of coins. All right. But I did all my research and I picked the ones that are, and now I just dollar cost averaging on those. I have enough. I have enough kinds. I don't have enough coins. So I just wanted to put this out there to help you when you're trying to decide how to diversify your portfolio and what categories to look in. A lot of these coins fall in more than one category, and there are other subcategories. It could go even further. But I tried to give you as many of the main ones that I could. And some of these are built on other platforms, other base protocols. Some of these could have been built on Ethereum. And so they're an ERC20 token, but this is what they're doing. So you just want to look at everything when you're looking at the coin. Number one, I look at supply, because I know if there's a quadrillion coins, I'm not even going to bother. And then after that, you just kind of look at everything else. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. But I just wanted to put this out there, kind of spread the word on the different kinds of coins, because if you're not invested in crypto at all, you don't even know that this all exists. And that's what I'm here for. I'm trying to get to those people, the ones that don't even know any of this is happening. That's my target audience for now, until I can start putting stuff out that I feel like people will understand more and that I understand more, because I mean, I've done enough research on crypto to have a degree in it, I feel like. But there's so much more to learn. Like, I have maybe an AS in crypto right now. I'm working on my bachelor's. So until then, I will continue to drop knowledge as I get it. And another good thing, if you're looking for one centralized source to find all of this information, you can go to CoinGecko.com, which is right here. And CoinGecko is also great because when you're looking at a coin, let's say I come down here and go, oh, I want to get some Polygon, some Matic, Polygon, whatever you call it. It's Matic to me, but now it's Polygon. You can, and you can do this on your phone. So if you download CoinGecko on your phone, you can look up a coin and then you can click exchanges at the top, and it will give you a page that lets you know what exchanges hold this coin. So where can you get it? And some are very hard to get. Some will only have one or two exchanges. If you're just now hearing about the coin, it might not be listed on a lot of exchanges yet, which you also want to look into. That could be a red flag. But just, double check everything. But this is a very good place to find a coin that you can't find. So if someone tells you about a coin and you're going through all of your exchanges and you can't find it, go to CoinGecko and see where it's at. Where can you find it? But one of the bigger things that I like on this is now new. If you hit coins at the top, they have categories. So you click on that with faster internet than I have, hopefully. And here, it breaks everything down by category. So this is a lot more categories than I went over, but it shows you here, like how I was telling you how Polkadot is making their own, base protocol type. I don't even know what to call it, but like they're building a floor for people to build on, in essence. And so they'll have the Polkadot ecosystem, what is on there. But it's not, on the Polkadot ecosystem, it's not only the coins that Polkadot made, it's also coins that they support. So this can throw you off when you're looking at it in that sense. But if you want to just kind of get an idea, look at this, how many different, 47 categories to look through here. So that's, again, like I said, on CoinGecko, under coins, you click categories and it'll show you here. So when you're looking to diversify and you don't remember everything that I just said, you can go here and check it out. But I think that's it, guys. That's where I'm going to wrap it up. I just kind of wanted to go over all of the not all of them, apparently. There's 47 on CoinGecko. I just kind of wanted to shed some light on what is available to invest in and how to go about maybe diversifying your portfolio a little bit. Minimize some risks and maximize some profits, hopefully. Fingers crossed that you do enough research to pick the right ones. But yeah, so if you made it this far through the video and learned anything new, can I get that like, please? And maybe a comment. What'd you learn? Or what was I wrong at? Did I say something wrong? Am I explaining something incorrectly? Help me help you. If I don't know something as much as I think I know it, tell me, because I am on the same learning curve as everybody else right now. This is new, but I have done a lot of research. But thanks so much for watching, and I will hopefully have another video up soon, and I hope you enjoyed this one. And until next time, do your research and make good investment decisions. Thanks for watching.